It's all about the tripod. I had to do a horizontal for the video I made. Now I have to do vertical for the live. It used to be I did horizontals for the live, but it seems like when you do it this way, you get more views. I don't know why that is. Alive is alive is alive. Alive is alive is alive. So what does it matter if it's vertical or horizontal? What does it matter? It's all about, looks like it reconnected itself. How much power do I have? I've got 72%. Maybe it'll get better as it goes on. Now there's a little bit of a delay now. There's a delay. Please leave a like. Please leave a like so you can put me on the map. I'd like you to put me on the map. I would like you to put me on the map. Per se. I want to go into a restaurant with this and record people and see how long it takes for them to laugh. Like if they're waiting for their meal or trying to eat their meal, I can just walk up to their table with a straight face and just start and see if they start laughing or if they get annoyed or if they have me thrown out. I can go into like TGI Fridays or Applebee's or Chili's, someplace like that. Just walk in and have somebody hold the recorder so I can record and just stand at their table while they're waiting for their meal and just and film their reaction. I wonder how many kids would laugh at this. How many adults would laugh at this? Just me, my fart gun, and someone holding the phone. Yeah, just go in there, do a live. That'd be a funny live. Going to like Sal's Pizza or Johnny's Pizza and start smiling at people, saying, "Hi, how you doing? Can I film your reaction to the fart noises? Can I film your reaction?" Wow, I guess, there we go. That's what I should have got. I did a quick trip. I made a quick stop at the supermarket because we were low on eggs. We had about 4 eggs left in the carton, and maybe a glass of milk left in the other carton, in the milk carton. So I got some ding dongs. I just like saying ding dong. Ding dongs. That's what they're called. They're cream filled, chocolate covered, devil's food cake, I think. Would you like a ding dong? I think is the live still on? Or the chat? I think the chat right out of the gate. I've seen 2 people. Oh, someone left a like. Thank you for that. If the chat doesn't work, leave a comment. Oh, there we go. we go. We have somebody finally left to chat. You can put first in the comments. Screaming Baboon told me to tell you hello. Okay. Tell him I said hello. Ask him what he's screaming about. What's up with this? What's he screaming? Loud noises! I don't know what we're yelling about! So I guess I should say something about Christine Applegate. You probably heard already. Christina Applegate. Kelly Bundy has recently passed. She's fine. She's at home. She's recovering from COVID. They say that's why her oxygen level is low. Her oxygen level went down. So in order to maintain her oxygen, they have a machine that pumps oxygen up her nose. But yeah, she's at home now. She seems to be in good spirits, which is always a plus. That helps the healing process. You always want to be in good spirits. I don't know what these are. They're green and they look like sunflower seeds and they taste terrible. Green looking sun. I wonder if they're tainted. I'm going to have to ask what that is. Bring one in a Ziploc bag. What is this? It's green. It looks like a sunflower seed. And they don't taste that good. And then there's peanuts. And then there's fried hominy. The trick is to eat them before they expire. Kelly Bundy. Kelly Bundy is alive in your heart. Yeah, she played Courting Stone in The Legend of Ron Burgundy. I look good. I look real good. Hey everybody, come see how good I look. She did. Christina Applegate. Yeah. She was in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Way back in the 90s, I think. So, anyways, rest in peace, Christina. I guess we could say, yeah. I love you too. Wait a minute. I have to talk about my bells and whistles. I had a real whistle somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. I had a whistle on the end of us. You know, it was like one of those coach's whistles. I don't know what happened to it. It may or may not be in this bag. I have a bag that I have all my things in. I'm not seeing it anywhere. I gotta get batteries. Too bad this noisemaker isn't rechargeable. Rechargeable! It's rechargeable! It's Sunday, so I'm having a family show. So I can sell my my wares. I can peddle my wares. I have Kingdom of Pets. I don't know how many times I've mentioned Kingdom of Pets. You've got to check it out. If you love your animal, if you want to improve your relationship with your pet, check out Kingdom of Pets. It's my affiliate link. I learn about some do's and don'ts to winning the lottery. If you win the lottery, don't tell anyone. If you win the lottery, get a lawyer. And I think it's better to take the payments than it is to, I guess it's monthly payments. Don't take it all in one lump sum. But if you do, it's a good thing because they take all the taxes. But it's a large bite. It's a large bite of tax. The taxes take a large portion of your winnings. Because they say, hey, this guy just won the money. So we could take a bigger portion of it. And also have a financial planner help you. Hello from Germany. Hello. Guten Tag, mein Freund. I'm eating snacks today. I'm having a snack. These are pretty good. They taste spicy. Ed. Welcome. I think I already said that. Guten Tag, mein Freund. What is, dear? Oh, I wish I knew more. I wish I knew more German. I know how to say Entschuldigen Sie. That's how you say, oh, you're welcome. Entschuldigen Sie. Wer ist der Platz? I was learning CDs. I had a CD a set of how to speak German. I think that's one of the better ways to learn a language, because you actually hear the words and how to say them. The words and how to say them without being misunderstood. Ich verstehe ein bisschen Deutsch. How are you? I'm doing good. We got my mom home. My brother and I drove out there to the hospital. We stopped off at Dairy Queen and had some Coca-Cola. Or I had Coca-Cola. My mom had Dr. Pepper. I think my mom had... No, my mom and I both had Coke. My brother had Dr. Pepper. They say that's just carbonated prune juice. It helps you go. If ever you're constipated, get yourself some Dr. Pepper. Constipation is not fun. I know there's a difference now between stool softener and laxative. I guess a laxative is a lot more potent than stool softener. Get ready to clean the toilet if you have a laxative. You ever seen Dumb and Dumber? When Lloyd Christmas gave Harry Dunn some laxative in his tea. He was on a date of all times. He was dating his his love interest. That's what it was. That's how he got revenge on him. How dare he date his friend's love interest? That scene, I heard a lot went into that scene. When he takes the towel and starts trying to wave it out the window. So please leave a like. I need to remind people to leave a like. That way, because it helps the rhythms. When people like the video or the live or whatever. How are you? How's that said? Wie geht's? I was taught it was Wie geht es Ihnen? And they say Danke, gut, und Ihnen? I was very much into listening to videos. I had just about every Rammstein CD. I would play Rammstein every time I went on a trip somewhere in my car. Well, it's the end of the day. Pork chops is on the menu. Pork chops. I guess that's what they do with pork, is they chop it. Chop the pork. I don't think they probably use a saw. Have you ever seen how they cut lunch meat? They have this saw. It's a circular saw that they run back and forth so they can cut slices. You should watch I Married an Axe Murderer. No, it was called So I Married an Axe Murderer. That was a comedy. So did the chat stop? People just stopped. Anyway, feel free to get your snacks. Hey, how are you? Zeus VR says, hey. Felix, that's Stefan Felix. Did I say that right? I've been here a lot. Could you play something? I'm okay. Sure. If you're in the mood for flute music. There we go. That's a happy song. When the saints... That's right. Music, everybody. Cue the maestro. They say I'm an okay musician. I guess I need more practice. I guess a loud commercial just came on. A good night song for good sleeping. Hi, it's Ryan. Here we go. I can sing a lullaby. I'll play something soft. Bit of music. Hello, Ryan. Wow. Snacking and playing don't mix sometimes. My German is not bad. Well, thank you. If I get lost, I'll be able to ask for directions. I hope I never get lost. I don't want to be lost anywhere. At least it's understandable. I probably have German with an American accent. thinking about, I'm glad we made it home safely. Some people don't make it home safely. We don't really know how well protected we are sometimes. I'm always thankful for a good trip. A good trip with no mishaps, no running out of gas, no flat tires, no oil leaks. Play with another instrument, okay. That's a good enough hint. That flute is not. Please. Please. Please play another instrument. That one, quit playing it. There we go. You can consider this an instrument, I think. How long can you tolerate that? How long can you tolerate? Wow. Can you hear the TV? Can you hear the TV? Do you hear what I hear? I'm going to get like could you play for me? We wish you are. Oh, which instrument though? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. How about the harmonica? Yeah, Mom does love her loud music. Reminds me of when I was a teenager. That sounds like a threat. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring it right here. It's like a hostage negotiation. Bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. We want some right now, or something like that. Wouldn't that be scary if you had a lot of carolers standing at your door demanding some kidney pudding or figgy pudding? That's what it was. Bring us some figgy pudding. Oh, bring us some figgy pudding. Yeah, it sounds like a hostage standoff. I like when you play. All right. Well, Christmas cheer. Please stop playing the harmonica until you can learn to stay on key, my brother. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not classically trained. I play from the heart. Whatever is in here comes out here. Maybe I'll come to your live. I'll come to your live and criticize you. I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. I'm just trying to make the Yuletide gay. Can you become trained? If you are playing from the heart, you must have okay, palpitations. See, I can read. Heart palpitations. I've got heart palpitations. Yeah, don't be a party pooper. We're not asking for perfection here. We just want to make the Yuletide gay. Bring in some holly. We can deck the halls with bounds of holly. Fa la la la. I'm going to take another drink of my Gatorade for that deep down body thirst. R.I.P. Okay, let's get back to some music. That's classical. Play Piano Man. La di di da di di da da. La di di da di di da. That's a song they play by Billy Joel. Billy Joel has played so many other songs that are much better than Piano Man. I don't know why. Who decides that? Oh, let's just play Piano Man. It's like, that's not one of his better songs. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hello! We got the OGs here. OGs. It's the OGs. We're talking about, play us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. It's sad and it's sweet and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. They come up to the bar and put bread in my jaw and say, man, what are you doing here? You could tell I've heard that song way too many times. KFC, all right. Everybody needs a little KFC. Is it the extra crispy? Or is it the original recipe? I sometimes like a mix. Come out, Virginia. Yeah, I like that. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world was turning. That's right up there with this is the end of the world as we know it. Try to keep up with the words. It's hard to do. It's next to impossible. This is the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. I can picture that song being played while you see mushroom clouds. Just a bunch of mushroom clouds. This is the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. Billy Joel has nothing on REM. That's right. I've got my spine, and I've got my orange crush. We are agents of the free, coming in fast over me. Thoughts on the group Queen? Have you heard their song Innuendo? That's a good song. Have you ever seen the video? The video has like juggling jesters. Don't take offense at my innuendo. There was another one, I'm going slightly mad. I'm going slightly mad. It finally happened. It finally happened. I'm slightly mad. Just very slightly mad. 1,001 yellow daffodils begin to dance in front of you. Oh, yes. That was shot in black and white. Have you ever seen the video of that? Did you know the lead singer? Yes, I did. Freddie Mercury. Yeah. Buddy, you're a fool. Making big noise. Playing in the streets. Gonna be a big man someday. Got blood on your face. Big disgrace. Somebody's gonna put you back into your place. That's right. We Are the Champions. Have you heard? Right after, every time they play We Will Rock You, they play We Are the Champions. Like it's the continuation of the same song. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Thoughts on gumdrops? Gumdrops are delicious. Easter is usually when gumdrops come out. With gumdrop smiles. Wasn't that in Team America World Police? That's for the adult show, yeah. I was, can you not know? How can you not know? That's like Rob Halford from Judas Priest. What song did they sing? Judas Priest. Breaking the law, breaking the law. I remember that song. Accept. Do you remember Accept? Bows to the wall, man. That was like heavy metal. Bows to the wall. There was Cold Winter Dreams. Have you heard that song by Accept? That's right. Bows to the wall, man. That was in the 80s. I remember that. Judas. Yeah. Not to be confused with Judas Priest. Do you like KFC? I do like KFC. Their mashed potatoes and gravy aren't the same, though. I used to love their mashed potatoes and gravy. Now it doesn't have that kick it used to. Maybe I just got a bad batch. And the potatoes seem artificial. It's like they squirted out of a machine. So it's like, there's your potatoes. Oh man, the mashed potatoes and gravy and the biscuits are really good. I think they're buttermilk biscuits. Oh yeah. Oh, that's making me hungry. I think tonight on the menu is pork chops. Shake and bake pork chops. I think my mom needs a hearing test. I love you too. Thoughts on eating? I think we all need to do it. It's what we eat. We need to be careful of what goes into our arteries. I heard that fat becomes plaque. That's why we get blockages. It's scary. Blockages in your arteries. That's pretty important. And then they bypass the blockages. If I were a doctor, I'd say, you got blockages. I don't know. We're so obsessed with wanting to continue life. We want to prolong life. I don't know why that is. Do people eat snails? Yes, they do. It's called escargot. Some people, one guy, he was an Aussie, I think it was. This one poor guy ate a snail on a dare, and it had some kind of a parasite that just ruined his body. So yeah, don't eat snails unless they're properly prepared. Say me, say my name? Angry Team? Is that your name? Oh, wait a minute. Ibra. Is that Ibrahai? I think that's the right way to say it. Sometimes they have the pronunciation. Yeah. Say your or spell your name the way it's pronounced. That usually makes it easy because I can't hear. If I can hear someone's name, I'll do a better job. Say my name, Dave. Say my name, say my name. Thoughts on spicy chicken? I had at Culver's. There's a burger place called Culver's. And I had one of their spicy chicken sandwiches. I like spicy as long as it's not too much. I don't think it should be torture. I'm going to have to ask can you hear the TV? My mother has the TV up really loud. Culver's, you in the Midwest? No, they're making their way out to Georgia. I heard it started in the Midwest. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I need to negotiate the volume of the television. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I guess you get an idea of how tall I am when you see me when you see me standing up. All right. Thoughts on Game Boys? They were pretty popular, I think, in the early 2000s. The Game Boys. Aren't they those handheld games? People would play them like on the airplane or bus or in the classroom. Game Boys. I've heard of Go Girls. It's a little can of soda, I guess. Pink can called Go Girl. Zach Galifianakis made fun of that once. He said he was drinking a Go Girl. There was a funny joke that he told about he was pulled over, and when he told the cop he was drinking non-alcoholic beer, he gave him a ticket for being a Gaylord. That was funny. I do like Zach Galifianakis. They all work together on the Tim and Eric show. You ever watched Tim and Eric? Awesome show, great job. There's a monkey. I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out. This is a hangout now. Yeah, this is a family show. I gotta remember that. I can't get too crude. Again, we have the bells and whistles. This sounds like a little toy choo-choo train. I thought I could, I thought I could, I thought I could. So who's with me right now? We got 3 people, a total of 3 people. I need to stand on the roadside with a sign saying, come to Eddie's Funhouse. This is the hangout for misfits. Yeah, misfits and weirdos. We attract the nuttas. Somebody said that. This place attracts the nuttas. Are you a nutta? Thoughts on the movie Dumbo? You've mentioned that before. Dumbo, the animated feature, the first one. It was sad when he came to visit his mother, and his mother was inside of a cage, and she was rocking him with her trunk. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. The original Disney features. I'm completely an off person. I agree. I am that way also. We're the island of misfit toys. Why don't I fit in? Why am I such a misfit? That was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Silver and gold, silver and gold. How do you measure its worth? Yukon Cornelius, that's who he was. He had the guy with the pick. It was the guy with the pickaxe. He was looking for silver and gold. Silver and Bubbles Bounce. That was sad. They took out his teeth. That was what made him cool. Thoughts on Pizza Hut? My brother and I were just talking about that. We saw the downfall of Pizza Hut. Where my brother lives, he said he went to eat at Pizza Hut, and it was just him and the cashier. And he said, well, my pizza was fresh. They had a buffet. I remember that. My mom and I would go to Pizza Hut, sit down, and they had a lunch buffet. You pay a certain amount at the door or at the cash register, and you just load up on pizza. Stevie B's does that now. There's a place called Stevie B's in Hiram, and it's kind of like a Chuck E. Cheese all-you-can-eat buffet. It's been a while since I've been there. No one out Pizza the Hut. I like to do some commercials for Pizza Hut. Thoughts? Oh, Papa John's. I used to get, when I was in California, I didn't live too far from a Papa John's. And whenever I would order from Papa John's when I had a DVD, when I was playing a DVD at home, yeah. Sometimes it would get that lonely. I would sit at home, put a DVD in, like House of a Thousand Corpses or something like that. And then I heard that knock at the door. Oh boy! All I had to do was sign the credit card slip or the bank card. Papa John's. Mountain Mike's was what I used to like. Mountain Mike's. It was a very good pizza place. They also had a buffet, but you can order out. I would say, hey, Mountain Mike's, I want a combo pizza with pepperoni and sausage. No onions and no beef. Because the beef didn't have much flavor. And the onions I could do without. But yeah, everything else, just put it on. Pizza. I was thinking about having pizza today. I went to In-N-Out. In-N-Out Burger. I remember that. In-N-Out. And then there's Sonic. I think one of my friends, his dad owned Sonic when we lived in Alabama. And Sonic is still going strong. They were making a lot of commercials just recently. I guess you can drive up just like the old days. Drive up and say, I want a hamburger and fries, and they bring it out to you. Those were popular in the 50s. Even McDonald's was kind of like that. Does mom work? No, she is on Social Security. and we're pulling our funds together. We're kind of keeping the house afloat. We're not suffering. Let's just put it that way. We could be making more. That's why I'm trying to do all this online, because I can't do physical labor anymore, not for long periods of time. You got to work more than 8 hours now, depending on how much you work. I remember an 8-hour job kept me in an apartment. Now it's like you got to work 2 jobs and probably have a couple of roommates in order to have, just to make it. It was scary back in the 90s. $400 a month was scary back then. It's like, wow, why? Why don't we regulate, instead of raising wages, how about make an apartment not $400 a month? Some people pay, now it's like $1,000, over $1,000 a month for just maybe, thank God we're not in New York. New York is like, just for a studio apartment. There's this guy on YouTube that walks up to people and says, how much do you pay for rent? Thoughts on adult books and magazines? Well, they are for adults. This is the family show. We got to be careful. So yeah, tomorrow is Monday. I'm going to have an adult show on Monday. Then you can ask me that question. Because I guess now, you know what? There are no kids here. I should consider that. No kids. So maybe I can change this to age restricted. They say it's, there shouldn't be any alternatives to actual contact, because we become dependent upon adult books. We become dependent upon pornography. I remember John Hagee. John Hagee was I think he's still going. He's a television evangelist. He was really against pornography. He called it pornography. We don't need any pornography. It's against God. And I kind of agree, because people can become addicted. It becomes what they do. You know, it can interfere with their job. It can interfere with their relationships. Because it seems like it's an easy default. You know, it's an easy way. Because now people don't want to get rejected, and I understand that. They don't want to have the drama that comes. Hi, Ed, can you take my shirt off? Why do you want to see me without my shirt? This isn't OnlyFans. I wonder how well I would do on OnlyFans if I were to go on there and people just... But anyway, because I'm like a 50-plus-year-old guy. Who would want to see me on OnlyFans? I would have to ask for donations. That's what I can do. Give your donation and I'll see what I can do. Thoughts on Hank Williams Jr.? You know what? I wasn't a country fan. My mom, my aunties, I guess they liked country music. My brother likes country. He could probably tell you. I was listening to Kenny Rogers. My mom has a Kenny Rogers CD, and on the CD is The Gambler, the movie that they made a movie out of it too. You got to know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, and know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. That's a very wise song. Very wise. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. They'll just ask you to play more games. Thoughts on Kim C.R. Crans? Oh, Cams. I don't know. Is she hip-hop? A lot of hip-hop stars are coming out. I don't mean coming out. They're like up and coming. Betty Davis. Okay, yes, okay. She's got Betty Davis eyes. I used to listen to that song at the swimming pool. See, when I lived on base, on the Marine Corps base, we would be out. We'd have to show our ID cards. Then we could go into the pool. There was like an Olympic-sized swimming pool. I guess that's where they did their training too. But they would be playing that song. She'll enhance you. Yeah. She's got Betty Davis eyes. That's a song I haven't heard in a long time. Elvis. He was controversial towards the end of his career. How he died, I guess, on the toilet. They used to make a lot of fun of Elvis. The Don and Mike show. If you ever remember the Don and Mike show, they had Elvis Day. Okay, Elvis's birthday or something like that. Every year, they would bring out all the, you know, all the stories about Elvis. How he'd ride a horse, and he would eat hot dog buns, or he had a chimpanzee called Scatter, and Scatter pissed everybody off. Some other things, but anyways, Elvis was very clean cut compared to nowadays. Elvis's pelvis, he would dance on stage and do his. He was trying to do the time warp. I think he did the pelvic thrust, and people didn't. People thought he was unruly. He was just rocking out, you know. And then he started to get progressively, you know, he was into martial arts and religions. He said he didn't want to miss heaven on a technicality. He wore like a Star of David, a cross, you know, all these thoughts on Liz Taylor, Orson Welles. Orson Welles was, remember War of the Worlds? That was based on a radio broadcast. Orson Welles was the one, he scared a lot of people because everyone thought the world was really under attack by aliens. Orson Welles and Liz Taylor, she played Cleopatra. She was attractive. And then I guess later on, things kind of, she let herself go, I think. I don't want to talk about people who are dead. It's not fair because they're not here to defend themselves. And what else? Yeah, Elizabeth Taylor. Her and Aubrey Hepburn. I think it was Audrey or Aubrey. And then there was Marilyn Monroe. A lot of people were back in the time of Elvis. Honest Playmate. Yeah. Playmate. They say Marilyn Monroe, Hugh Hefner displayed her without her permission. Somebody had a painting of her. Yeah, they were. Hugh Hefner. He had the Playboy Bunny Mansion. Playmates. There's so many people who posed for Playboy. You would be amazed. Thoughts on Lassie? Lassie! My mom watches Lassie. Lassie! It's presented kind of like Leave It to Beaver. How they show each character and says their names. Lassie was, back in the time of the Nazis, I think Lassie was, the whole show is just about this dog that whimpers a lot. I never hear that dog bark. She just whimpers. Lassie. Yeah, it started out as a black and white, kind of like Gilligan's Island and Barney Fife, Mayberry. No, that was the Andy Griffith Show. That was yeah, it was. You watch the evolution of television. When television first came out, it was black and white, and then they had these things you put on the screen to make it look like it was color. And yeah, color TV came out, and then everyone had a color TV. Then remote controls came out. I thought it was magic when I first saw a TV change its own channels. It was like, you know, I was a Cro-Magnon watching, or a Neanderthal. Just all of a sudden the TV starts changing channels. Because we didn't have, we were, I guess, poor. I guess when you work for the military, you don't make a lot of money, so you kind of make do. I remember times when the picture tube would blow out. We'd have nothing to watch. It was so sad and boring when the TV wasn't on. Thoughts on Old Yeller? Old Yeller got rabies. They had to keep him in a cage. The older brother was the one who had to shoot Old Yeller. Rabies is nothing to be messed with. Right? How old was Elvis when he died? I think he was in his 30s. G'day, Aubrey. Oh, we were just talking about somebody named Aubrey. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse, the adult version. Since there are no kids here, we can talk about what we wish while we eat peanuts and drink Gatorade. So what, yeah, how old was Elvis? A lot of rock stars died in the 23, they called it the 23 Club, or the 27 Club. 39. How old was Orson Welles? I do not know. I don't really keep track of that. Orson Welles, he did Ernest and Julio Gallo. Remember that wine? We will sell no wine before it's time. Ernest and Julio Gallo. I guess he was pretty popular during his day. Then there was Wolfman Jack. Everybody stayed up to listen to Wolfman Jack. If you watch American Graffiti, he was featured in there. Jack Black played. He played. I was just talking about him. Hold on, brain fart. It was in a jug. What was in a jug? Oh yes, I remember that. Ernest and Julio Gallo. Now they're selling wine in boxes. I've seen wine stored in boxes. I guess it has a plastic liner. Wine is very carefully made. The color of the bottle helps it cure, like a green bottle or a brownish bottle. I used to buy wine in California. International Imports, I think it was placed, no, not internet, Global Imports or something like that. I would go there and buy wine and cheese. Thoughts on the movie The Birds? That was an Alfred Hitchcock movie. The Birds. Good evening. It was a scary movie. I remember when I was a kid watching The Birds. And I would watch the birds when I left the house. Whenever I saw a group of birds, I'd get a little scared. Because I didn't want to, have all these birds. The poop. Could you imagine all the poop? Not to mention the slashes and gouges. I guess the birds just got hungry for human flesh. My mom said that they showed the birds at school. They had them all in like a gymnasium, and it was played on a projector. That's scary, because there was another movie called The Day After. It was about nuclear war or nuclear holocaust. That movie scared me, because first it was all the survivors of the nuclear war that happened. Everybody's hair and teeth are falling out. They showed the initial blasts. All the horses, you could see their skeletons. Yeah, the birds. Psycho. Remember Psycho? Oh no, God, Tony, God, I know his first name was Tony. Tony Perkins, wasn't it Tony Perkins? He played Norman. Norman! You could hear his mom. His mom was a skeleton at the end of the movie. Yes, mother. He ran the Bates Hotel. Yeah. When I went to Universal Studios in Hollywood, they showed the actual house where they did the filming. At the front of the house, they had a car, and this guy who looked like Tony Perkins came out and put a body in the car. Thoughts on the actor in The Fox and the Hound, Thunder. You know what? I need to watch those insider, behind the scenes, the voice actors. It's sometimes weird to watch a cartoon voice come out of a full-grown man or woman. Like when I saw the woman who does Bart Simpson's voice, and also Bobby Hill. There's a woman that does Bobby Hill's voice. She was on the Louie show, Lucky Louie. She played the wife. Have you ever been with a woman? I have. I've been with a few women. It scares me sometimes. Yeah, I have been with a woman. Two separate women have asked me if I was a virgin. I wonder where they get that. What is it about me that says this guy is a virgin? Maybe my voice isn't low enough. They say when guys, their flower is taken, their voice deepens. So maybe my voice hasn't deepened yet. that's that's odd. It's strange that you asked that. Two different people. One person I worked with, she asked me, "Are you a virgin?" It's like, "Yeah." "You want to make me a man?" Were they portly? Yeah, one of them was kind of portly, corpulent. Were they? Yeah. A lot of girls here are portly. So yes, yeah, I definitely need to get out more. I've been caught up in family things, family and health issues, family issues. So yeah, I haven't had much time to get out. I used to be a man about town. I love doing that, going to the mall, going to Fair Oaks Village, watching plays, live shows. That was what I did. But now my life is just hoping I don't die, hoping my mom doesn't die. Yeah. They were, wasn't that in Silence of the Lambs? When the villain goes, "Wait, was she a big old fat person?" Hats off to you. You've got a great attitude. I've been told that. One of my bosses, when I worked at Food Depot, he said I have a great attitude. I guess that's what keeps you coming back. Thoughts on Hawk? Oh, Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk is Canadian. He was in Freddy Got Fingered. He was in a video with Avril Lavigne. He's pretty well known. He's a skateboarder. He's like a competitive skateboarder. Tony Hawk. And hockey is very popular in Canada. Hockey. What else? There's a lot that I don't know about Canada. I've never been there. That's how they speak. I've never been. They say pop, not Coke or soda. One guy I knew, he was from Canada, and he was talking about that. We say soda here, and they say pop. You say soda. Thoughts on Tom Green? I met him one time. He might deny it, but I did meet him. I went to one of his stand-up comedy shows. It was a concert he did. at Tommy T's, and I went backstage. He was selling some merch, and I bought one of his T-shirts, and he signed it for me. It's sad that shirts, they have a short shelf life if you wear them enough. It's like, yeah, he put his autograph, and he had some box sets of the old Tom Green show. I think it was before he got involved with MTV. It was when he was just starting out. Yeah. This is the Tom Green Show. It's not the Green Tom Show. You'd probably like it more than I did. What other shows did he do? He did Bob the Butler. I think that's still in my movie playlist. I've been trying to show movie recommendations. Thoughts on Tom Hanks? He's been in a lot of movies. He's up there with Morgan Freeman, Gene Hackman, Nicolas Cage. Tom Hanks. Wow. He's been in like Forrest Gump, Green Mile, Toy Story. He was in a lot of Wimbledon. What was that? No, Wilson. Remember that? Wilson! I think that was Stowaway or something like that. Castaway, Stowaway. No, Castaway was with Madonna. You ever seen that movie Castaway with Madonna? I went to watch that movie with a girlfriend I had. She liked those foreign movies, those movies that kind of fly under the radar. I liked dating her. She was a school teacher. I remember that. Her name was Ava. She was Hungarian. And we would go to movie theaters and watch these movies that weren't well known. Yeah. Tom Hanks. He was in a show. He was in a TV show called Bosom Buddies. His co-star, yeah. I didn't know he was going to be such a big deal later on. What Tom Hanks movies can you... Saving Private Ryan? Good God. That guy probably owns a couple of islands. He's probably up there with Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp owns an island. Wouldn't that be cool to own an island? If you just get tired of the world, you could just retreat to your island. Have Coke delivered there. No brown M&Ms. Yeah. Madonna was a big deal. Oh yeah. Starlight, star bright, the star I see tonight. Her first one was Borderline. I think that was Thoughts on Mr. Bean. Oh, that was Rowan Atkinson. Mr. Bean. He made a few movies. And I think he was a TV show. Mr. Bean. Have you ever seen Scooby-Doo, the movie? Rowan Atkinson was in that movie. He played the wizard, I guess. The black magician. Mr. Bean. I have those. You know what I should do? Is a double feature. Do a double feature with... there was Scooby-Doo, and then Monsters Unleashed was the one they followed up with. I could probably do that, because there are some... The free... What I do is I put the free with ads movies out there. I put them... I first say, this is the movie. Like today, it was Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead Part 2. They were pretty good movies. They were all about zombies. In the first one, they killed the zombies with a nuclear explosion. And then I guess they came back in the sequel. Your wife is satisfied now. You're welcome. You said that yesterday. What, didn't you say that yesterday? That reminds me of that bumper sticker that says, tell your girlfriend I said thanks. We have so much fun here, don't we? Thoughts on Catwoman? Which version? Halle Berry? Before that it was Michelle Pfeiffer. Catwoman. She had a whip. That was her weapon. It reminds me of Tom Savini. Tom Savini is good with the whip also. He could snap a cigarette out of your mouth. That's pretty cool. Like Indiana Jones. I guess whips, I remember making whips when I was a kid. Thoughts on Metallica? James Hetfield? I really like some of their songs. I like For Whom the Bell Tolls, Time Marches On. I like that. That was Zombieland. Remember Zombieland? The opening? That was very well made. I didn't like the sequel that much. Rosario Dawson was in the sequel. And yeah, that was cool. Watch it when just the way they presented everything, and they had the soundtrack was For Whom the Bell Tolls. I like Leper Messiah. Bow to Leper Messiah. And Am I Evil? Yes, I am. Rosario Dawson is absolutely gorgeous. I agree. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. She was also in Death Proof. You ever watch Death Proof? With, who was that guy? Snake Plissken? Can't remember his name. No, Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell. He was in there. Death Proof. You really got to be in my seat. Remember that? You played the Joker. Oh, you played the Joker on Batman the Show. Oh, Romero? I think his name was Romero. His last name? Yeah, the show. It was a TV show. Batman! Clerks 2, yes? That's right. A, B, C, easy as 1, 2, 3. It had me until the Donkey Show. That's what ruined it for me. The Donkey Show. It was funny. It was cool. You know, the guy, not Don, yeah, Dante and, what was his friend's name? Kinky Kelly, that's right. Who's Kinky Kelly? I'm Kinky Kelly. Yeah. The guy he was dressed like some kind of pirate. He had like a mask on, and he was all hot for the donkey. They thought it was going to be a lady doing the donkey show. Yeah. I have that in my movie library. It's called, yeah, Clerks 2. Pillow Pants was gotta watch out for Mr. Pillow Pants. So they went, yeah, Kinky Kelly. Randall, that's the guy's name, Randall. There's Randall and Dante, and then there's Dave and Silent Bob. That's right. Tobas, yeah, Tobas. And then there was Boobies. Boobies was where they worked. They were talking about Lord of the Rings. That one guy puked. Thoughts on TV show Today's Special? I haven't seen that. What's that about? Sounds like a restaurant. Today's special is clam chowder and a brisket. No, brisket. No, what do they call those? Baguettes. I didn't know what a baguette was until I saw one. I think it's a little piece of bread. It's like, what the hell? I thought a baguette was like a bag with something, a little bag. It's like you could have a popcorn and a baguette, but baguette is a piece of bread. I said, where's my baguette? He goes, right here. It was some piece of dried up like pigeon food. Anyway, surprise, surprise. You better be educated when you order your food. One place I miss is Der Wiener Schnitzel. Thoughts on Jerry Springer being deceased? We used to watch Jerry Springer when I worked at Kmart. I worked at Kmart and at night because during Christmas we needed to stock the shelves. So I guess I was one of Santa's helpers. I would show up at 10 o'clock when when the store closed. They would lock up the building and we'd all be trapped in there. We had to get the merchandise off of the pallets and onto the shelves. Thoughts on, oh, what's that? Shulky's Deli? That, I probably don't have one out here. There's a lot of, like, there's Subway. I don't think there's a Quiznos out here. There's a Quiznos in California. Thoughts on Derwina Sizzle Chili? Oh, yes, chili cheese fries. Sometimes they come in a combo. You can get the 2 hot dogs, chili cheese hot dogs, and a corn dog and a Coke or something like that. Thoughts on oh, yeah. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. And never mind that noise you heard. It's just a beast under your bed, in the closet in your head. It's like scaring the hell out of that little kid. Never mind that noise you heard. It's just the beast under your bed. Thoughts on Chevron gas station? Didn't Chevron have some oil spills? And then there was Texaco. They make a lot of money, I know that. They're trying to keep gas prices down here in Georgia. It hasn't exceeded $3. I'm always surprised to see gas under $3. Back in the 80s, it was like 87 cents for a gallon of gas. Thoughts on David Rish? David Rish? He's the guy who asks me my thoughts. Yeah. He's an all right guy. I like when people come back. It raises my self-esteem. It makes me think of anything but Kinky Kelly. Yeah. I think I was traumatized. I was traumatized by that part of the movie. What's some other funny... Oh, God Bless America. Have you seen that movie? I think Magnet put it out. God Bless America. It was about a guy who was feeling really down. He was about to off himself. And he met this girl, and they got together and they went on a killing spree. What was another? Shaun of the Dead. That's another good one. Thoughts on Miss David Fish? Mr. David Fish? Who's that person? There's a lot I don't know. You guys are throwing some curveballs. Curveballs. Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz was also one of those Simon Pegg movies. Thoughts on disco fries? Disco fries? I don't know about those either. Hello. Hello and welcome. It's Rodolfo. We have Rodolfo, David, Depeche Mode, Cherry Gold Dust, who is also Grandma's Daisy. Thoughts on Ed? Dance. You want me to dance? What a coincidence. I like that video. Have you seen that video? I went boom, boom, boom. He went boom, boom, boom. I would dance and he would dance. What a coincidence. Something in here is making my nose itch. Ed sharts. Hopefully Ed doesn't shart. You shart if you trust a fart. Show us some magic. Show you some magic. Maybe I can make my nose stop itching. Haven't seen that video. You should check it out. It's called Coincidence. I like movies, I like videos that get me dancing. Have you seen that Green Jellies video? The group is called Green Jelly, and it's a little pig. Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Cluck like a chicken. I've been around chickens. There was Fair Oaks Village had lots of chickens. What I noticed about chickens is they don't like hawks. And they take to the trees at night. When the sun goes down, chickens all go up into the trees. Thoughts on Laurel and Hardy? They did a show about them, Laurel and Hardy. And John C. Reilly, I think he played Oliver Hardy. Yeah, because Stanley, this is another fine mess you've gotten us into. Laurel and Hardy during World War II. Also, the Three Stooges were around that time. I think Hitler liked Laurel and Hardy. Wow, that's amazing. The 6 Degrees of Separation or whatever. Kevin Bacon, that was pretty popular. The Degrees of Separation from Kevin Bacon. Everybody was related to Kevin Bacon in some way. He was in Friday the 13th. If you ever watched that movie, that's Kevin Bacon. Getting ran through with a spear or something like that. There was one guy who was doing a handstand. And what was his name? Jason split him in two. Can't wait to pick you up in my 2003 Ford Focus. I know you say that every day. That makes me scared. Somebody can't wait to pick me up in their car, take me away somewhere, hopefully bring me back. Bring me back with my dignity, not keep me in a trunk. That's scary. That must be scary being put in a trunk. They now have these tabs inside the trunk because people have locked themselves in the trunk. I guess it's a nice little crawl space. And once that trunk shuts, there's no getting out. So what they did was they had this glow-in-the-dark tab in there just for that reason. It's kind of like refrigerators. Back in the day, refrigerators, kids were playing hide and seek. They would go into a refrigerator, it would shut, and they'd die that way. Anthony Jeselnik had a joke about that. He died a winner. I was locked in a a porta potty in San Jose, California. Had to call 911. That sounds suspicious. Because you can unlock those from the inside. You can only lock those from the inside. Unless somebody put a chain around it. What did Laurel and Hardy die of? I do not remember. I do not know. I don't think I was ever told. Laurel and Hardy. I remember Curly. There were the Howard brothers. Mo Howard, Curly Howard. Curly was a nickname. I forgot it was what, Eugene, I think it was his real name. Someone locked me in. A bunch of kids. Oh, that's rude. Could you imagine being stuck in a porta potty? Smelling blue water? Smelling like shit? Shit and blue water? Jackass. Remember Jackass when poor Britney Spears went into a porta potty and they shut her in there? And then they launched her into the air on bungee cords or something like that? They called ahead. They said, could I get any sicknesses? I think you could. You are neglecting your wife. I don't have a wife. I don't have a wife. How could you? It would be surprising if I had a wife at my age. She'd probably have to be younger than me, so she could take care of me. She could be my caregiver. Make sure I make it to the bathroom. Go get my Depends. I hope I never need Depends. Oh, wow. I'd rather jump off a bridge than need Depends. or forget where I am. I have my thoughts on that subject. Yeah. Well, it is getting late. It's an hour and 25 minutes. You know what? It's quality time. That's what Bon Scott said. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I kind of agree. Live fast, die young, and leave a good-looking corpse. You haven't really lived unless you follow those rules. Can I do your mom? How dare you? Why would you say something like that? That's not appropriate. You shouldn't say things like that. What my mom does is her business. Who played the Scarecrow in Wizard of Oz? Ray Bolger. Wasn't it Ray Bolger? The one who played the lion was Burt Lahr. The one who played Buddy Ebsen was gonna be the Tin Man. John Haley, I think the guy's name was John Haley. Have you seen Under the Rainbow? Ray Bolger. Did I say his name right? If I only had a brain. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean meets the shore. And then I'd sit and think some more. I like, no one sees the wizard. Not no one, not no how. I do believe in spooks. I do. They say it was hell making that movie. A lot of people were inconvenienced during the making, especially the witch. It was, what was her name? It was Margaret Hamilton, I think it was. She got her face was burnt by the flash powder. That's sad. And she needed help eating because she had to eat with the face paint on. They used asbestos. They didn't know it caused cancer back then. When you see the snow falling, that's asbestos. That's horrible. That stuff causes mesothelioma, breathing disorders. Wow. I know Judy Garland's, one of her favorite songs was Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Bing Crosby. He was a dancer, wasn't he? No, he was a singer. Because I remember Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, they danced well together. Bing Crosby was featured in one of those stop motion Christmas shows. I think it was Bing Crosby. I'm trying to remember what songs he sang. God, I can, anyways. See, I grew up in the 70s, the 70s, 80s, so I kind of know that era. Bing Crosby, yeah. I'll have to do a Google on him. Sometimes I like to find, what are they, the zodiac signs, if they share my zodiac, or if I could get along with them. A lot of people are Libra. A lot of people I'm interested in, they're Libras or Aquariuses or sometimes Sagittariuses. A lot of singers are Sagittariuses. And Christina Applegate, she was a Sagittarius. Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, and what is that? Try to remember her name. I always try to remember his names. Ariana Grande, she's a Cancer, I think. Oh, I could tell you why the ocean beats the shore. I like the song of the Cowardly Lion. What makes a muskrat guard his musk? What puts the ape in apricot? What's it got that I got? Courage. Yep. And then The Wiz. Remember The Wiz? It was like the African American version of The Wizard of Oz. Michael Jackson played the Scarecrow. Diana Ross, she played Dorothy. Surrender, Dorothy. Wicked Witch and no Wicked Witch. Well, I'm starting to get sleepy, and I know my mom's probably hungry. We're going to have to cook something. I think it's too late for pork chops right now. Pork chops. Shake and bake pork chops. It almost tastes like a buffet when we cook. All right. I would like to know what it is. Some kind of airborne particles that get right in here. It's not cocaine. I don't do cocaine. I probably wouldn't be able to sit still. Thoughts on Andre the Giant. He was French, and he could drink a lot of beer before he got drunk. There's little I know about Andre the Giant. I think he was a nice guy. He earned his name. He definitely was a big guy. It's different when you meet people in person, you know, people you think you don't realize, like Lou Ferrigno, he's a big guy. I saw Lou Ferrigno at a comic book signing, the guy who played the Incredible Hulk. Who else did I meet? I met, or didn't meet them, saw them. I like going to Comic-Con and places like that, or Dragon Con. That's always fun to do. You get to see celebrities, celebrated people. Chris Kattan, remember Chris Kattan? He played Mango and Poppy, or whatever that creature was. The guy who ate apples really fast. Kevin Nealon, I saw him do stand-up. I saw a lot of people. I guess in California, if you want to meet some celebrities, go to Hollywood. I lived in Sacramento. People came to Sacramento quite a few times. Didn't get to meet Will Ferrell, though. All right, everyone. Well, it was good to have you all. Thank you for becoming a part of this. Be sure to tell your friends and family. Thoughts on the Headless Horseman? I love you too. I heard that was a real story, the Headless Horseman. Ichabod Crane. That was a Disney feature for Halloween. The head was a pumpkin. Stingy Jack. That's where that came from. The jack-o'-lantern. This guy called Stingy Jack. He couldn't get into heaven. He couldn't get into hell. Hell didn't want him. Heaven didn't want him. So he carved a lantern so that he could see his way, or something like that. He carved a cross on the tree. He got the devil to climb a tree, and then he carved a cross on it, and the devil wouldn't come down the tree. Interesting story. All right, I love you back. I love you too. Maybe you'll meet me one day. Maybe we'll go backstage and you'll buy some of my merch, or maybe I'll sign your autograph or an autograph. I'm glad to have you all here. We'll do this again tomorrow, maybe, after I get all my personal things out of the way. All right. I don't know how to say goodbye, so I'll just say the words goodbye, and I'll see you later. I love you too. I don't know how to say goodbye.